Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS, FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. What I'm about to tell you might just be one of the most exciting pieces of news we've heard about the Falcons in a while. Rumors are swirling around that the Denver Broncos, sitting at 5-6 and with a tight cap situation, about $10 million in space, are considering a bold move that could significantly bolster the Falcons' receiver core. And no, I'm not talking about just any trade. This could be a game changer for our offense, especially as we gear up for the playoffs and a potential deep run. The player in question? Courtland Sutton, the tall, physical wide receiver from Denver known for his incredible ability to make contested catches and win those jump ball battles. Sources suggest that the Broncos might be open to trading Sutton in exchange for the Falcons' fourth-round pick in the 2026 draft. The financials are attractive too. Post Penix's ACL injury and Harrison's IR stint, the Falcons could add Sutton at a cap hit of just around $3. $16 million, an absolute bargain for a player of his caliber. It's a move that would add serious depth at the WR position, especially as the Falcons look to strengthen their aerial attack. Rumors have linked us to the idea of targeting Pitts, and with Sutton now potentially available, that gives us a real shot at creating a more explosive passing game. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. Why would Denver give up a player like Sutton? Well, the Broncos are facing a tricky season. They're trying to manage their cap with about $10 million free, but they're also in a position where they need to address other areas like their secondary and offensive line. Plus, with Jerry Jeudy pending a contract extension, they might be looking to shed some cap space elsewhere. It's a classic case of a team trying to rebuild while still trying to compete. They've seen some growth from their young quarterback, Russell Wilson, and are hoping to maximize their current roster before the window starts to close. But let's talk about Sutton's fit with the Falcons. This guy is a proven deep threat. Think of him as a modern-day vertical weapon, a true jump ball king, who can stretch defenses and open up the field for everyone else. His career stats over 8 seasons are pretty impressive. 320 receptions, nearly 800 yards, averaging 15 yards per catch and 30 touchdowns. His PFF grade hovers around 85. 5, which is solid, and he excels at yards after catch with an average of 4.8 yards after reception. His contested catch rate is over 52%, and he averages about 2 yards downfield on his routes. That's exactly the kind of weapon we need in Atlanta, especially with Drake London already established as a reliable target. Last season, Sutton played 11 games and hauled in 48 catches on 72 targets for 680 yards and 5 touchdowns. He's also battled some injuries. An ankle injury in Week 6 limited him to just 1 game, but when healthy, he's a nightmare for defenses. And considering his style of play, his ability to win jump balls and make contested catches, he could complement London perfectly. The Falcons have been working on deep routes and vertical passing, and Sutton's presence would elevate that whole aspect of the offense. The potential impact isn't just about individual stats, though. It's about how Sutton can change the way defenses play us. His ability to win those 50-50 balls and stretch the field would take pressure off London, creating more one-on-one opportunities and opening up the underneath routes for the likes of Pitts and the running backs. Plus, with Sutton on the field, the Falcons could see an increase of roughly 0 yards in receiving yards, jumping from around 700 to over 700 if all goes well. That's a huge boost to our aerial attack, and it could translate into more touchdowns, more chunk plays, and a more dynamic offense overall. From a strategic standpoint, adding Sutton would also help us improve our red zone efficiency and reduce turnovers. His knack for making contested catches and winning in tight coverage would mean more scoring opportunities and fewer drives ending in field goals or turnovers. His deep route running and ability to get open on vertical routes could increase our expected points per attempt by about 15%, which is huge for a team looking to take the next step and challenge for the NFC South title and beyond. Now, let's zoom out for a second and think about the bigger picture. If the Falcons manage to pull off this trade, It could be a real statement to the rest of the division and the league. We're not just building for the present. We're positioning ourselves as serious contenders for a Super Bowl run. Sutton's addition would give us a true X factor, an elite playmaker capable of changing the course of games in clutch moments. According to odds and projections, with Sutton, our chances of making a deep playoff run could improve significantly. Some forecasts now put the Falcons at plus 3,500 odds to win the Super Bowl, up from plus 5,000, which is a massive jump. It's reminiscent of the Chiefs' resurgence in 2023, where a few key moves transformed their outlook. The trade also makes a lot of sense from Denver's perspective. They're likely to lose some of their receivers in the coming months, and with Judy's extension pending, they might prefer to reset their cap and focus on building around their young QB. Sutton's cap hit of just over $3 million in 2024 makes him an attractive trade chip, especially for a team like the Falcons, which has been aggressive in bolstering its roster. Looking ahead to the Falcons' upcoming schedule, adding Sutton would be a huge boost against division rivals like the Bucs and Saints, where deep threats and contested catches could make the difference in tight games. Plus, with the Falcons aiming for a more balanced attack, Sutton's ability to stretch the field and create mismatches would open up options across the entire offense. His presence could help us improve our yards per game and overall efficiency, making us more unpredictable and dangerous. Of course, this move isn't just about boosting the passing game. It's about creating a new identity for our offense, one that's aggressive, explosive, and capable of dominating teams through the air. With a quarterback like Desmond Ridder, who's shown flashes of brilliance and growth, adding a receiver like Sutton could be the final piece needed to unlock our full potential. Imagine the possibilities. Sutton catching bombs over the top, London working underneath, Pitts finding soft spots in zone defenses, and the running game benefiting from defenses having to respect the deep threat. In terms of team building, this is a strategic move that balances cost-effectiveness with upside. The Falcons have been patient and smart in managing their cap, and acquiring Sutton at a relatively low cost in terms of draft capital and cap hit fits perfectly into that plan. It's a move that signals we're serious about competing now, not just rebuilding for the future. And as we look toward the playoffs, securing a player like Sutton could be the difference between a good season and an unforgettable one that ends in a Super Bowl appearance. The NFC South is wide open, and with the right moves, Atlanta could be the team that surprises everyone. Sutton's addition would put us in a position to challenge the best defenses in the league, and his experience and talent could help us make that leap into true contention. Now, I know some fans might be skeptical. Trading draft capital for a veteran receiver always comes with risks, but in this case, the upside far outweighs the potential downsides. Sutton's proven track record of making big plays and his ability to excel in contested situations make him a perfect fit for what Arthur Smith wants to do offensively. Plus, his age and experience mean he's not just a rental. He's a guy who can be a cornerstone for our offense for years to come if everything clicks. So, Falcons fans, get ready for some exciting times ahead. If this trade goes through, it might just be the spark that ignites our Super Bowl ambitions. The NFC South better watch out because Atlanta might be about to make a serious statement. With Sutton in the fold, we're not just hoping for a good season. We're aiming for greatness, for a legacy that lasts, for a team that can hang with the best and beat them. This potential move could be the start of a new chapter, one filled with high-flying, explosive football and a whole lot of red and black pride. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Do you think Sutton can be the missing piece for a Super Bowl run? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Falcons. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Falcons news. We're all in this together, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for our team. Let's keep the passion alive, keep supporting the Falcons, and get ready for an exciting ride ahead.